Hey, Dr. Film here, and yes, I'm qualified to have that name. Before we begin, you should know that this review will contain no spoilers. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for reviews and more. And you are more than welcome to follow me on Instagram at Dr. Film Ronces. And so, without further ado, let us begin reviewing Monkey Man.
Cast and characters.
Let's first take a look at our main character, aka Monkey Man, played by Dev Patel. And he was freaking fantastic! This actor did a great job making you feel every emotion that his character is feeling. You would feel his rage, his frustration, his pain, and you would feel his drive to avenge the one he lost. And when you finally see Dev Patel fight, oh man, he lights up the screen like fireworks. And not only that, as it turns out, he suffered a number of injuries during the filming of this movie, which includes a broken hand, 2 broken toes, a torn shoulder, and an eye infection. An eye infection!
Ouch.
In other words, when you see this character getting hurt and being in pain, Dev Patel is actually in serious pain.
I poured all of myself into this. Every frame, every beat, every detail. And it's been a ferocious process making this film.
As for the side characters, you gotta give some props to these actors for giving some decent performances. Especially this guy. You can tell that he's having a blast with this character. As for the villains, well, if I have to be honest, they're your typical standard jerks that you've seen before in other movies. Except that you would find these villains so detestable. Whenever they come in on screen, you would absolutely hate these guys for who they are. And you would hope dearly that they will pay the price sooner or later. Also blessings from my father and my sister. Blessings from all my family.
Action and music.
Bro, when the film gets to the action, it did not disappoint me. The action scenes were well shot, well choreographed, and freaking gritty as heck. You would honestly feel the impact and the struggle when you see our main character fighting off a dozen men. Although I have to admit, there are some moments where the editing in some action scenes looked a bit clumsy at times. Like the Fight Club, for instance. Before that fight scene ended so epically, there was these moments where the camera was facing our main character and the fighter he's facing in a weird position. And during that scene, I was like, what's going on here? Why was the camera facing like that? Hello? Regardless, the action still was entertaining.
Absolutely.
As for the score was originally composed by Volker Belterman, but he was soon replaced by Jed Crazel. And let me tell you, man, the score in this movie was pretty astounding, especially the training montage scene. Bro, that scene filled me up with so much excitement that I wanted to train with Dev Patel.
Well, what's stopping you, sir? Go ahead and do it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've got plans tomorrow, and I don't know if it's a good time. Maybe next week, per se? If not next week, maybe next month, or...
Le who? The her.
Oh, give me a break! I'm just a newbie!
The story.
Now, admittedly, I was expecting the story to be plain and simple, but honestly, it's not as simple as it looks. Sure, it's about our main character seeking for revenge, but it's also about dealing with trauma, having the time to find peace within yourself, and on top of that, it also explores themes of corruption, injustice, you name it. And when you think about it, this story could have been worse.
Oh really, sir? How worse?
Gee, I don't know. Like, this movie, for instance?
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Aha.
Very well.
Overall, my friends, this movie was pretty solid. And I might even dare say that this movie is a testament to Dev Patel's great direction. Now yes, I've heard all the complaints and I've heard all the arguments saying that this movie is really just John Wick in India. But quite honestly, I don't really see it that way. I mean, sure, the movie made some references here and there, but this movie isn't trying to copy John Wick. This movie was inspired by Patel's love for Bruce Lee movies, Korean movies, and stories his grandfather told him as a child. And as you can clearly see, this movie reaps of passion from the direction, the action, the performances, and a story that had me invested from beginning to end. I mean, sure, this movie's got some issues, but I don't think it's enough to keep you from experiencing this roller coaster of emotions. Like I said before, this movie is pretty solid, and I recommend checking it out. Only if you're 18 years or older. Understand?
Yes, sir.
With all that said, I give Monkey Man an 8.5 out of 10. Woo! That's the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. And please follow me on TikTok at DocRonces for funny videos, trailer reactions, you name it. And as always, I will see you guys at our next appointment.